First of all, we're proud to have you here, businesses large and small, who create the wealth in this country, make the profits, create the jobs on which our country depends.
We've got over 1,300 business people here at our reception, the biggest any of the parties has held this Parliament.
I think there's a great feeling, isn't there?
I think for us it's a good way to meet other like-minded people, to be in a good crowd and to be inspired.
I'm hoping to hear about new ideas for the creative industries.
To talk about how business and the private sector can play a real role in social justice.
Can't be pro-jobs unless you are pro the people who create them. And I want to leave you all in no doubt that we are pro you and we will back you all the way.
People always talk about a potential Labour Party, whether they're going to be a friend of business, and to hear a potential future business secretary saying that they're really going to try and support people like ourselves who are trying to create jobs and create growth in the economy, that's really, really good to hear.
I think part of the challenge for all of us, policymakers and government, is how we manage and shape this process of change so that Britain can pay its way in the world and so that actually everybody has a stake in what change brings. And that has to be a shared endeavour.
He's very passionate about small businesses, and he's actually looking to kind of get more local businesses, small businesses out there in the forefront.
We will only sustain support in our country for Britain as an outward-looking global economy, engaging in Europe, leading in Europe, reforming in Europe, but as part of Europe, working with business, creating the wealth, getting the investment, making the profits, but then investing them back in our economy. We can only do that if we show that we can make our economy work for all and not just some.
It was positive. People were very receptive to the pro-European agenda.
I think that staying in the EU is very important because the world is becoming more globalised. So there's opportunities for people to trade in different markets as well. So I think that's very important.
I have this phrase that I've used, and some of you will know about it. It wasn't my phrase originally, one nation. One nation is an incredibly important idea. It's about how countries succeed in the modern world. It's about building things together. We need prosperity in London. We need prosperity in the South East. It's an absolutely vital engine of our economy. We also need to build prosperity in the rest of the country too. We face a challenge, which is to give you, business, the say that you need over the way the money for skills and training is spent. Because so often you say to us, it is spent in the wrong way and doesn't meet our needs. I know that we can only build the Britain we believe in with you. So thank you for being here tonight. Enjoy the rest of the evening. We look forward to working with you in the months and years ahead. Thank you very much.
I think it's really good that the Labour Party really wants to look at developing a policy that actually is working with business and actually developing those career paths that aren't necessarily going to GCSE, going to A-levels and going to degree.
I think that Labour are trying to make a difference for businesses.
The sort of biggest message was that Labour was a sort of pro-business party, but we're actually looking longer term rather than sort of playing to the crowd for a sort of 4-year plan. It was actually, we have a proper agenda.
As an individual who's trying to start a successful business, sometimes we don't feel like there's a network to really
Help us.
And coming to places like this is perfect because we're all business owners and we're looking to network, so it's a really great event and I'm glad I've heard about it and attended.
Making those small connections goes a long way. These events are very crucial to any type of business.
It's been really interesting, really enlightening, and I'd love to come again.